Hi everybody, it's April and I wanted to do a new room tour of my room. I moved from the basement to an upstairs room. It's smaller, but I've got it all cleaned up and ready to go, so I just wanted to give you a tour. So here we go. So like I said, it's quite a bit smaller. I'm gonna scoot over here. This is the door leading into the room, and this is where I put my desk. So I'm gonna walk in. This is walking in the room. I have my shelves from Michael's here. I'm going to go to the closet and then turn around, and hopefully you'll be able to get a better view. And again, I'm going to cover you up so you don't get sick. And this is a better shot. So there's my work table. And this is my view from the closet. This is my cart from IKEA. It sits at the end of my table so I can roll it around. I'm going to slowly lift you up, kind of take you in to the desk area. I've got my twirly thing on one side of the desk. And I've got it so I can work on both sides. I have this side that I can do work on. Go in a little bit. Sorry about the bar in the way. I've got my other twirly things so I can get to them from either side of the table. And then these jars are from IKEA, and I use the big one to put my little Memento teardrop inks in. Gonna back up. This is a basket that I found at Michael's. And I like to put things, like right now I've got a bunch of Christmas stamps in there because I want to get started doing Christmas cards. So if I put them where I see them, then I will remember that I have them. And I've got baskets that have things in them, and then on top, and I'll move in slowly, I've got my different Inktense pencils, watercolor pencils, the markers from Tim Holtz, Goosebumps, and brushes, and more pencils and whatnot. And if I go up top, those are the little flower pots that I got from the dollar store, and they have different treasures in them as well. So I'll back up. We'll look at the other side when we go to the other side of the table. So if I back up very slowly, for this room, because the walls are a mint green and the carpet is a burgundy, I have all of my bins in zebra print and black. It took me a while to convince him that I needed this chest of drawers in my craft room, but I finally did. And I'm going to have a series called What's in My Drawers. There's a series, or not a series, but some of the people on YouTube who do the cosmetics videos and the makeover videos and makeup videos, they have a What's in My Bag type video, and I thought it would be fun to do What's in My Drawers. And then my Stampin' Up! Stamps that I have in the CD case holders or DVD case holders, I ended up putting on the side of one of my cubbies that I used to build my table. And yeah, they get knocked over sometimes, but not most of the time. Okay, I'm going to back up again. So again, that's just the table that I made that I had down in the basement, and I made it using the 6 and 9 hole cubbies from Home Depot, and then a laminate top. Alright, now I'm going to move forward. Again, try not to make you sick. I'm going to go around and let you see my Michael's cubes. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a good angle here, but you can see the tops anyway of them. They're just along this wall, and If I go up, I've got my Tombow markers on the top. I'll move in a little bit. So on the top of my shelf, I have my Tombow markers. I have my Spectrum Noir markers. I have a gift that is an RAK that I don't want to open until Christmas. And then I have Spectrum Noir and then the square sponge daubers. Put my gift back. And then I have my pencil sharpener, a candle from Pier 1, and more treasures. Okay, I'm going to back up. I have 2 sets of drawers from Hobby Lobby, and I have my Distress inks in those. And I'll move forward a little so you can see. They're labeled, and they're in little bins, and I can slide them in and out. And I've also got the tiny sponge daubers that have the corresponding color on them. So then I have my typewriter and a print that has stamps by Judith and Heather. So Heather, I think, did this. We went to the Stamp Away convention. Yeah, it's Heather. And she made that, showing me what the different stamps that they had could do. And so I kept it and framed it because I thought it was pretty. So if I kind of go down, here are just the different Michaels cubbies that I have, and I've packed them full of stuff. Back up, go to the next one. That's my mom's old typewriter. More paper. I'm gonna try and back up without getting anybody sick. Books in a hole punch, and then my Vagabond and my Journey Grand. I'll scoot over. I think those are page protectors for scrapbooking. More paper, page protectors, thickers, paper. Seems to be a theme. Paper, paper, paper. And drawers. I've tried to consolidate all my stickers into that one bin. And paper, paper, paper. Okay. Go to the closet door. And I have one of the shoe racks that I use to put my punches in. And then I'm going to move forward slowly. I do have my trimmer on my rolly cart, my beautiful rolly cart, that also has my Cricut Expression Imagine and a eCraft machine. So I'm going to kind of come in here. If you see this set of drawers here, those are my scraps divided out by color. And I found that I really like that system. I make myself cut down my scraps, and I'm going to slowly show you. I have a stack right there that needs to be cut down, but I cut them down and keep the usable part, and then I put it in those drawers, and I just go to the drawers first if I need a smaller sheet of paper. So if you go on the top shelf, hodgepodge. Yeah, we're just going to go with hodgepodge. The second shelf, those are cups and different glass containers, some from the dollar store, that I plan on putting vinyl on or doing glass etching with. And then if you go down further, that's kind of my envelope station, so to speak. And the bottom shelf are all of my excess trimmers. Okay, so I'm going to back up. And what I did is I put my paper, and I don't know if I can get far enough back, but my 8.5 by 11 are in the 2 wire drawer shelves from Michaels. And then when Archivers closed, I got the 12 by 12 plastic trays. And I decided I wanted to put those in the closet so that I didn't have to worry about any fading. And then if I go down, those are more treasures. I'm going to call them treasures. And a couple magazine holders with books and whatnot. So when you come out of my closet, right next to the closet door is this shelf. And there are 2 Michaels cubes on the top. Then I have the photo boxes that have different things like sentiment stamps, and I'll kind of walk up. They all have labels, all but one. Sentiment stamps, adhesives, different card bases, the different cardstock cut into the size that I need for inside cards and outside cards and all that. Go down one more shelf, and a basket full of my finished cards, my Canon printer, and my Dream Cuts. And then on the bottom shelf, treasures. I have corkboard contact paper, clear contact paper, that kind of thing. I'm going to go up. I'm going to pull back a little. Over here, you can see Gracie, and you can see part of my L-shaped desk. And that's where my silhouette is sitting. And then underneath, I've got my Alex drawers. I really like those. And I can pull it out if I want more countertop space, because I don't have a lot of that here. I never had a lot of it anywhere. It's kind of like one of those things that if you've got it, you'll use it. So then on the corner of the L shape is where I have my Mac Mini. And then if you kind of swing around, I have my Explorer. And these are IKEA tables. I think I got them on sale when they were like $18. You can't beat this table for $18. And then here in the basket in the front are box cards that I've completed. And I'm going to see if I can back up. And then I have more DVD holders, and I've used them to store my Stampin' Up! Stamps. And as you can see, I'm going to move in again. I haven't filled them up. But they're kind of neat for this, because then I can see what I have. Pull it out and put it back. And back up. Still at the IKEA tables. I have a jar with washi tape and my Teresa Collins E-Boss or Cut and Boss. And there's the scan and cut. And if I move toward here and you look down on the shelf, these are 2 more trays that have stamps and whatnot that I want to make sure that I use. So I try to keep them visible, because otherwise I'll forget that I have them. And I have another IKEA Alex set of drawers that holds all kinds of treasures. And on top I have my scanner and copier printer combo thing. And then this is a set of 9 cubbies and 2 cubbies that I put side by side to hold up the tabletop. And this is where most of my stamps are. I like the little drawers that you can get at Hobby Lobby. They're wooden drawers. And I like to put the stamps. It's just, I think they're pretty. Give a little something extra to the room. And then here's the tabletop. So this is the other side that I can work on. I tend to work on this side when I'm doing things like cutting out things using the Explorer or the Cricut, and the other side I tend to do my stamping on. So if we move slowly, you can see the little flower pots, and my Sharpies are in there, and pens and emery boards and glossy accents and all that kind of good stuff. And if you go down, those drawers hold like the chalk ink and other treasures. I'll go through that when I do my What's in My Drawers series. Those are my pearl pens, my Fun Stampers Journey inks, and then the scissors that we rarely use anymore with all the different cuts are in the other flower pot jar. I've got paper. It's actually photo paper that was left over that you can use if you want to do the Gamsol. I have some Stampin' Up! Markers and other stamp type markers next to that. I've got a little pink thing that has adhesive in it, different glue dots and whatnot. And in this I have re-inkers, and then I have paint daubers, and then this flower pot has Cricut pens and Sharpies that go in the Cricut expression. I haven't tried them in weeks before. And then I have Mod Podge and Journey Glaze and more pens and pencils, because you can never have enough pens and pencils. And if you back up, this is the view of the other side of the desk. And then I have my acrylic blocks in another one of those glass cookie jars, and my 2 lone round ink daubers. That's what I need to ask for Christmas. And then paper towel, which is always needed. And then there's a cubby. This is the 9 cubby that goes on the end of the table. And again, we're back to the IKEA rolly cart. And I have to show you these little hands. Those are from IKEA, and you can get them to put on the corners of your desk. And you can see, when they cut this board at Home Depot, it didn't cut cleanly, and I have some paint to fill that in. I just haven't used it yet. Okie dokie, I think that's it. I hope that you've enjoyed my little bitty room tour, and we'll say bye to Gracie. Gracie! Say bye-bye! And I will do What's in My Drawers videos hopefully soon, so you can get a look at what's actually in all these little cubbies. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.